To our Nick Saletti, he's at the same scene, but he's on a different side, really giving us a different vantage point.
Yeah, what can you tell us, Nick?
Javier, Faye, this is still a very active police situation that Pima County deputies have confirmed is related to the Nancy Guthrie investigation. As Ashley Holden mentioned, right now we're still working to figure out exactly what details the Pima County Sheriff's Department is going to provide right now. But this is day 13 in this investigation. Tomorrow is going to be 2 weeks since anybody has seen Nancy Guthrie. And I don't want us to lose sight of that because this has been such a heartbreaking moment. Of course, for Savannah Guthrie and her family, but also this entire community here in the Catalina foothills, across Pima County and across Arizona. People just wondering, what happened to Nancy? Is she okay? Is she alive even? Basic questions still cannot be answered tonight, and it has just put everybody on edge, and it's just heartbreaking to think about that. You know, we also have been working to try to fill in the blanks here as best as we can. I've been here in Tucson throughout the entire week as we've been tracking all of these updates. Ashley mentioned this intersection here is still blocked off. Just about 5 minutes ago, I saw really what could be described as a parade of unmarked police vehicles, one by one. I would say at least 24. Before that, we were seeing law enforcement come from all over Pima County, towns like Marana, Oro Valley. If you're not familiar with Pima County, those are towns that are in the northern part of this county, about an hour and a half or so south of the valley. Ashley mentioned this too. We're just a mile away from Nancy Guthrie's home here in the Catalina foothills, and about 20 minutes away from the University of Arizona campus, just to give you some more context here. In the meantime, I want to let you know this. I've been speaking to some neighbors here. We see a lot of reporters, right, because we've been covering this case since day one, but there's also a lot of neighbors that are trying to figure out what exactly has happened. So let's listen to what one of them told me.
It's pretty rattling just knowing that it could happen here, and I think about like 6 degrees of separation. Like it's so close to home, and Tucson is a big city with a small town feel. So yeah, it's just it gives you the heebie-jeebies.
That's what I've been experiencing too as I've been reporting here in Tucson, just how tightly knit the old pueblo is, as they call it, and how everyone, even if they don't know you, you could be a total stranger. I mean, we've seen total strangers pass by Nancy Guthrie's home and drop off flowers and prayer candles. I saw an angel statue today. That show of support has just continued to grow and grow and grow. Obviously, we know Savannah Guthrie is a well-known person, not just in Arizona, but across the country. But Nancy is as well. We've heard different stories of people who go to church with Nancy, who just walk by Nancy's house and wave. Things like that. It's such a neighborly feel, Faye and Javier, and I think that's why this case in particular has really grabbed a lot of attention, but I think has also made people feel very, very deeply. I mean, think about it. Nancy is someone's mom. She is a grandmother. This has just been so hard for all of us to wrap our minds around. And again, I think the mystery of still not knowing where Nancy is, how Nancy is, still so many questions that we're working to answer, and we'll continue to stay out here as we work to follow up with law enforcement.
Yeah. Nick, I want to ask you, circling back around to that scene that you're in front of right now, you talked about all of the cars and all of the law enforcement that came by. Did you see an ambulance go by? Did you see paramedics go by? Anything that may indicate that the condition of Nancy Guthrie or if she might be there?
Faye, we did not see an ambulance, paramedics, or anything like that to make us think that possibly someone was injured. But we, like I said, will continue to stay out here. What I do see, though, I'm counting at least 2 sheriff's deputies' vehicles there, aside from that parade I talked about of vehicle after vehicle, all unmarked. I also want to mention this. Neighbors here were telling me that Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos has also arrived here on scene. Ashley talked about this, how we're waiting for the department to update us, possibly give us just a brief statement on what has happened. So maybe we're going to hear from the sheriff. Of course, we would like to get updates on this investigation. But like I said, we're still seeing that this area is blocked off, and we will continue to stay on this side. Ashley is at a different part too, so I'll let all of our viewers know we have all vantage points in this neighborhood here in the Catalina foothills covered to make sure that we don't miss anything and make sure that we can get you the updates as well.
All right, Nick, stand by. We will get back to you. We want to get back to our Ashley Holden. Just a short while ago, it looked like one of those public information officers came in and moved you out. What happened there? What were you told? Were you told anything more?
Yeah, well, I heard someone really saying a message, and I wanted to make sure that we were listening to what was happening and, of course, respecting what they were asking us to do. And I thought they were asking us to move and move our cars, but they were really asking, someone was parked over here and it was kind of blocking the roadway, the entrance to this area of the neighborhood. And so they were asking that person to move because if they didn't, they were going to block this area. And potentially, obviously, we have a ton of law enforcement that are coming in, so we don't want them to be blocked. But like Nick said, we have been talking to neighbors here in this area, and they have been telling us that they have been fearful. They want answers. They want to know where Nancy Guthrie is, and many of them feeling that community that Nick was talking about. Everyone telling me they're close-knit. Some people, as they came to Nancy Guthrie's home to leave flowers, they were crying, they were emotional, and we even had people that came all the way from the valley yesterday to just pray, and they were wanting answers as well. And they are, of course, about an hour and a half away from right here in Tucson. So I do want to let you know, we have been watching the scene here, more cars going in. We did see those public information officers. They came out our way, kind of delivered that message, talked to the deputy here, and then they appeared to go back into this scene here. So we are waiting to see what happens next and still waiting for that statement. We've been waiting on it for about over an hour now. So as soon as we get any kind of an update, we'll let you know. We'll send it back inside to you.